People, how are you doing? I hope you're having a damn good day. Welcome back to the channel, episode number 8 of the Leicester City career mode. And we start off with a bit of an issue, as I ended up playing the whole month of March and I forgot to record it. So here are the results. We beat Chelsea, beat Wolves in the FA Cup, lost to Spurs, and we would end up winning our final game of March before moving in to the next month, which is April, of course, now that I know my months of the year, and we would end up beating Bournemouth 3-1. Not a bad start to the month, but we have got quite a bit to do as the season is winding down to a close. And when things like this happen, of course, there are teams that are in the relegation zone or close to it, and we are starting to play some of them. And of course, they're fighting and scrapping for their lives. And as you can see, we get a great result, beating Southampton 3-2. Very scrappy result. Aribo with a goal. Kaletakar opening the scoring, so that we were pretty much backs against all, because let's be honest, we are competing for top 4, yes, but at the same time, I always feel like a team that's struggling and they're trying to get out of the relegation zone, they have a bit more fight, a bit more will to want to do well than the team that's fighting for a top 4 position. And we move into a very big Midlands derby against Wolves. Of course, Wolves did beat us. They were the first team to hand us our first L on the season. So we've got a lot to do here. Of course, backs against the wall again, but this time it's against a team that's not really fighting for much this season. I mean, they're currently in 8th, so they're not, you know, they're basically practically on the beach at this point. And it takes a moment of magic from Ricardo Pereira. I know he said Carlos Pereira, but Ricardo Pereira, outside of the boot, smashes it, curls it in over the goalkeeper, top bins. Very nice goal, might I add. I mean, we haven't had many goal contributions from our fullbacks, at all this season, and to have one like that is something special, something to behold. I mean, it could be a goal of the season contender, I'm not too sure. I mean, you guys will have to let me know down below, hopefully in the comment section, of what your goal of the season contenders might be, but that is definitely up there for me. And just before half-time, Wolves get a great opportunity, and they take it. Raul Jimenez smashes it in near post. I mean, it's so frustrating that Ochao cannot just put his hand there and save it, but it is what it is. And just after half-time, of course, everybody knows by now in FIFA 23, if you give a free kick away on the edge of the box, it's probably going to be a goal. More times than not, it's like a penalty. So I take Faze, add him onto the line, and I don't know, Martino just ended up missing. So I was quite happy with that. 70 minutes gone by, we made a few subs, and Castagna has got a great opportunity, and I don't know if that was a cross or a shot. I did push shoot, of course, but man, oh man, did he mess that one up. And we end up with a draw at Wolves. Midlands derby ends in a draw. Most fans will not be happy, but it is what it is. We'll take the point and move on. Of course, it is going to add up to our top 4 ambitions. I mean, we're so close to it, as you can see there. We're 3rd, 65 points, 4 points ahead of 4th place. So we do have a bit of a gap between 3rd and 5th, really, but at the same time, we do need to win games as much as possible, pick up as many points as possible where we can. And I decided to go for a sim game here, or a highlights game, I should say. And off the bat, James Maddison with a great header. I don't know why he wasn't taking the free kick in this situation. I mean, Dorsch ends up taking the free kick. And to be fair, I mean, it was a great free kick, so I'm not going to complain. We have the lead. And we got quite a few chances as the game wound down. I think Newcastle, it's been a very long season, so they're a bit tired. And we kind of just got what we wanted in this game. There was no real attacking threat from them. It was more or less all of us. So in this one, I was quite happy with it. I mean, James Maddison was absolutely incredible. I cannot understand how good he really was, because a lot of the goals that we end up scoring in this one were unintentional. Like sometimes, I mean, if I know a player's on a hat-trick, or he has a brace and I want him to get a hat-trick, I will more or less square it to him in front of goal and make sure that he gets the hat-trick, you know. But with this was a very natural event of how things proceeded. I mean, James Maddison picks up his brace, and I also noticed that we picked up a red card, so it's not the greatest. Next game we're gonna have a suspension, but it is what it is. You live and you learn. And yeah, like I say though, Madison in this one was absolutely fantastic. He did everything that I needed him to do. He was the leader in the team when obviously you don't really have much control over the game. You're just playing the attacking highlights. So I mean, we could have conceded more times than not, and we ended up not. And I mean, I don't know if you guys saw their top left, but James Madison has 16 goals in 33 games, and for a wide player, magnificent. For a midfielder that's playing in a wide position, it's even better, if you ask me. I mean, this is his first season playing as an out-and-out right wing, and he's doing a fantastic job. I mean, that is a hat-trick in itself. Our first hat-trick for James Madison, fantastic events. I'm not too sure if we have had a hat-trick already in the career mode. I think this could be the first hat-trick in itself, but regardless of the fact, I did not intentionally mean to square it to James Madison. I just squared it because it was the right move to do. And it ends up with James Madison getting a hat-trick. I don't know how many times I've said hat-trick in this, but regardless, I, whilst playing this, was very shocked. I was like, what? He scored 3? For real? And yeah, very happy. At St. James's Park, of course, Newcastle in real life are linked with signing Madison. Obviously, that didn't really materialize in the summer, but he put on a show for them and showed them what they're missing. And yeah, we head into our next game. It is the FA Cup semi-finals against Manchester United. Now, of course, we've had some very good outings against Manchester United in this career mode. I mean, beating them 5-0, 5-1. I'm not too sure exactly the scores, but we have scored quite a few goals against them. So it was very interesting to see how this one might pan out. I mean, they've gone with a very strong lineup. Martial's playing on the left, Anthony on the right, Ronaldo up front. So they've gone with probably one of their strongest teams possible. I mean, I was a bit surprised that Rashford was not playing, but we've gone with a few changes of our own. We've stuck Nicolas Dorsch in the midfield. We've gone with Patson Daka up front. I think Daka's raw pace is just going to absolutely destroy what Manchester United have to offer in defence. But off the bat, 7 minutes gone by, and Yuri Tielemans smashes it home past David De Gea. Absolutely love to see it. Thank you very much, Dave. Dave, you could not say that. And it does seem like against United, it does hurt me a bit to do this, but we score some bangers against them. I mean, yeah, if my memory is serving me correct, we have scored some absolute pingers against them, and we just continue to write that narrative. But yeah, 1-0 up, and I kind of sense that the boys settled after we scored that first goal. I mean, it's a very big moment in the game, 7 minutes in, and you open the scoring. So yeah, the boys very much settled on their nerves, and how we played after that was just flawless. I mean, we were absolutely magnificent, moving the ball around, finding the correct passes, and if we couldn't find them, we would just rotate it. And none other than James Madison, yet again, second straight game where he has scored. I mean, that's 4 goals now in 2 games for him, and fantastic bit of movements off the ball. I mean, he crossed it in, he didn't leave the box, he remained in the box, and that's what allowed him to get his goal. So very happy with that. United, they're kind of down at the moment, but in the second half they did come out firing. They did put up a bit more of a fight in the second half, and I was like, okay, because normally in the past, they scored 2 goals against United and then they just crumbled. So I was very surprised and very happy to see that they were like, cool, we're not just going to lie down and take this. This is the FA Cup semi-finals. But 72 minutes gone by, James Madison makes it 3-1, gets his second on the day. We make a few changes, make a few subs, get those nice fresh legs on, and then that is absolutely filthy. He seals his second straight hat-trick. Of course, he is wearing the captain's armband. I was elated. David De Gea, again, we've pinged one straight over him, and he has not been able to get a glove to it. Fantastic. Outside of the boots. Again, it just works. I think it might be a bit overpowered in FIFA 23. And with the recent updates in FIFA, they have kind of nerfed this a bit. I mean, so yeah, it is good. But nonetheless, we are now 5-1 up. Thank you very much. Kelechi Iheanacho smashes it in. Of course, a former City player, so he's going to love that goal a bit more. Very happy with it though, and we will progress on to the final. James Madison, like I said, second straight game with a hat-trick. For a wide player, can we just... That is incredible. And as you guys can see right there, we are facing off against Manchester City in the next episode in the FA Cup final. So that is going to be a very big game. Of course, we would like to end the season off with 2 trophies. Will it be done? I don't know. You guys will have to wait and see. But very excited to see how things can pan out for that. And yeah, just very happy in the post-match press conference. Very happy with the boys. Very happy with James Maddison, of course. He is the guy that we are hanging our cap on that's going to somewhat build this career mode around. But very happy nonetheless. And we will kick off our final game here against Everton at the King Power Stadium. Of course, they are in that terrible pink kit. And as a result of that, I just wanted to score as many goals as possible because my goal is getting very ugly. And to be fair to Jordan Pickford, aka T-Rex Arms, he was quite good in this one. We kind of flashed a lot of our shots straight at him, but more times than not, he was very active in goal, running out, as you can see right there, and just getting his hands to the ball, making sure that the strikers were somewhat put off, and just very decent. It pains me to say that really, but he wasn't bad in this one. And we probably could have done a bit better with our finishing. So. But I loved how we controlled the game, because control for me is a very important aspect of football. And if you guys can control the game, then more times than not, it's going to lead to a goal. And I mean, even the goal that we scored, like literally a minute over the extended period or the added time, stoppage time. And we scored a goal that ricocheted in the box, falling to Jamie Vardy, and of course he's a fox in the box. Smashes it home for a 1-0 lead, a deserved lead, as you can see right there. I mean, 8 shots, only 1 goal. Yeah, that's not the greatest. And Castagna giving away a penalty and getting boxed, I think that's a bit of a double whammy. I mean, give the penalty, it is a foul, but don't give me a yellow card, really. And yeah, this actually irritates me because I dived and then I hope too much. But yeah, in the closing moments of the game, 88 minutes gone by, Everton realised that was their best chance of this entire match, and we fluffed our lines and yeah, allowed them to score, and we pick up another draw. So we've drawn 2 games in this episode, so it's not the greatest, but we'll move. It's not a loss. As you can see right there, guys, though, we are currently in 3rd place, still 2 points ahead of 4th now, and 5 ahead of 5th. So we kind of have a bit of leeway, but we are going to end off the episode right here, right now. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you do, smash the like button, and I hope you have a damn great day.